guys, it's Julie. I'm here with Jason Carrozza, Family Legal Partners out of Franklin. You know, one thing we talk about buying the house and making sure everything's set up and inspected properly. But Jason, help us understand, after you have the investment, how do we protect it? Legally, how can we make sure our home is not subject to someone else in the event of death, life?
It's a great question. I mean, it starts at the point where you create the deed. And, you know, if you have a married couple purchasing the deed will reflect that the property passes to the surviving owner in the event there's a death. It gets a little tricky when you have some owners that are not married, and having that title designation is really key. Beyond that, it's about having sound estate planning, making sure you have a will in place that designates where your property goes. If you're concerned about probate, ensuring that you have a trust that's holding the real estate that names the beneficiaries. You know, having a house beyond that is also about asset protection while you're alive. Having a declaration of homestead recorded that protects the equity in the home in the event there's a subsequent lawsuit that you're not anticipating.
Yeah, you know, as you're talking out your legal terms, what's becoming obvious to me is there's a lot of terms that we don't even realize what they mean. And so what that tells me, I mean, I always thought if something happened to me, my husband would automatically get it, or my kids, but it sounds like it's not that automatic. And all the more reason to have some estate planning, to get the asset protection, to make sure things are deeded and legally set up the way that's going to protect your investment, your family, in the event something unexpected happens.
It's critical. I mean, our office does not only the preventative form with estate planning, but we also do probate administration. And the number one issue is how that deed's created. Right. If there's a mistake, if it's a busy real estate attorney firm that, you know, misses something, it can indicate whether or not the house goes to the survivor or you have to go through a probate process. And a lot of people don't know what probate is, they just know it's something they want to avoid. Right. So the lesson to be learned is you get estate planning done when you don't need it. When you're healthy and of sound mind, you have these things reviewed, you dot your I's, you cross your T's, and you ensure your property passes to the right people.
Something proactively, because the concern would be the time that you're forced to learn this stuff, it may be too late. So the reality is, in terms of being proactive, you know, we talk about protecting your investment, but in overall estate planning, having some sound legal eyes to look at everything and make sure it is set the way that everybody intends. So Jason, as we look at that, if someone's going to sit down and consult with you, tell us what else, at what point they should be meeting with you, what else you can help them with, and the best way going forward.
So our office specializes in estate planning and also probate administration. There really isn't a sweet spot, you know, as far as when you should do these things, because everyone has a vested interest in making sure their property goes to the right people. The right people are named to make decisions on their behalf if they can't do so. But there's a triggering event with having a child, purchasing real estate. It's a wonderful time to have everything reviewed and make sure that your property is going to go to who you intend it to go to.
Sorry, if we talk about a trigger, the trigger here would be buying a house. And if some time has lapsed since you've done that and you don't have the proper estate plan in place, consider this your trigger.
There you go. Okay. I agree.
Thank you so much for your time. If someone wants to get in touch with you, the best way to do so?
Best way to do so is to check out our website, www.familylegalpartners.com. We can also be called at 508-803-1333.
Okay. Thank you.